Dwight had cornered Josephine, telling her she was making a mistake marrying me. He played on her insecurities, saying he could give her everything I couldn't. And it wasn't a one-time thing. They'd been having an affair for months. He said you'd never be able to provide the life I deserved, she cried. That I was wasting my potential with you. And you believed him? I asked incredulously. After 6 years together, you believed what he said about me? I didn't at first, she insisted. But he was persistent. He'd text me little things, comments about how I deserved better, observations about how your family treated you, how they might treat our children someday. My stomach lurched at the manipulation. So what? He was just concerned for your welfare? This was all for your benefit? No, of course not, she whispered. He made me feel special, desired. He said Jess didn't understand him, that they were basically roommates at this point. The classic cheater's handbook. I couldn't believe Josephine had fallen for it. Couldn't believe she'd betrayed me so completely. Where would you meet? I asked, needing to understand the full scope of the deception. His office mostly. Sometimes hotel rooms if we could get away for lunch. She was sobbing now, makeup streaming down her face. Once at their house when Jess was visiting your parents, each word was like a knife. I thought about all the late nights at work, the weekend conferences, the sudden errands she needed to run alone. All lies. Does Jess know? I asked, suddenly thinking of my sister. Josephine shook her head. No, at least I don't think so. Dwight said he'd handle telling her when the time was right. I laughed bitterly. When the time is right? And when exactly is the right time to tell your wife you've been fucking her brother's fiancé and got her pregnant? I kicked Josephine out that night. I couldn't stand looking at the woman who'd betrayed me so completely. She begged forgiveness, saying it was a mistake and she loved me. But all I could think about was how many times she'd lied to my face while wearing my ring. Please, she sobbed as she hastily packed a bag. We can work through this. People make mistakes. I love you, not him. If you loved me, you wouldn't have spread your legs for my sister's husband. I spat, the words tasting like poison in my mouth. If you loved me, you wouldn't have lied to me for months while planning our wedding. I was going to end it, she insisted. The pregnancy wasn't planned. We used protection. Not good enough apparently, I said coldly. Get out. You have 30 minutes to take what you need. Anything left behind goes in the trash. She tried touching my arm. Where am I supposed to go? I don't know, Josephine. Dwight's office maybe? Since you're so familiar with it. Or perhaps one of those hotels you enjoyed so much. It's not my problem anymore. After Josephine left, I called Dwight. I don't remember exactly what I said. It was all a blur of rage and pain. He initially tried playing it cool, claiming it was just a drunken mistake that meant nothing. When I pressed him, he got defensive, saying, well, maybe if you'd been a better fiancé, she wouldn't have come to me. Are you fucking kidding me? I yelled into the phone. You're blaming me for you sleeping with my fiancé? You've got some nerve. Look, man, I'm sorry it happened this way, he said with artificial remorse. But Josephine and I connected on a level that you two never did. She needs someone who can match her ambition. And that's you? I laughed without humor. A mediocre salesman riding on my parents' handouts? What exactly are you going to provide for her and this baby? Because as far as I can tell, you've never provided anything for yourself. He grew cold then. You've always been jealous of what Jess and I have. Now I've got Josephine too. Think about that while you're alone in that pathetic apartment you call home. I saw red. I drove straight to their house, planning something I'd probably regret. The drive was a blur. I don't even remember stopping at traffic lights or making turns. All I could think about was confronting Dwight face to face, making him feel even a fraction of the pain consuming me. When I arrived, my parents were already there. Dwight had called them first, spinning some story about Josephine seducing him